Namaste. Welcome back to another session of learning as part of the English grammar and spoken English program. Today we are going to learn about collective nouns, material nouns, and abstract nouns. Let's begin the lesson. Again, let us have a recap of what a noun is. A noun is a word that denotes a name of a person, place, thing, creature, feeling, idea, action, subject, any living or non-living thing among others. So all the things in this world, in this universe that have names should be called noun. So here again quickly, name of a person, Sita, name of a place, Mumbai, name of a thing, milk, name of a creature, coronavirus, name of a feeling, helplessness, name of an idea, globalization, name of an action, walking, name of a subject, math, name of a living being, man, non-living thing, rock. There are 5 main nouns: a proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun, abstract noun. We have learnt about proper noun and common noun in my previous lesson, but let me just touch it and go. Proper noun is name of a particular person or a particular place or a particular thing that is unique and one of its kind. For example, we have looked at it. President of the USA, Mr. Donald Trump. Now he is a proper noun. Washington, name of a place, is a proper noun. Likewise, if you look at common noun, a common noun is a name of things that are very commonly available, like for example, a book, a man, a dog, a flower, rose, lotus, eagle, etc. All these are common nouns. But here in this lesson today, we are going to learn collective noun, we are going to learn about material noun, and we will also learn about abstract noun. So let's begin our learning. So what is a collective noun? A collective noun is a word that is used to denote a group of persons, things, animals of the same kind. Say for example, a bird is a common noun. But let's say a flock of birds, that's one particular type of birds. So we call that a collective noun. Player, common noun. Team, collective noun. Cow, common noun. Herd, which is nothing but a group of cows, that's a collective noun. Sailor, common noun. Crew, a group of sailors, is called a collective noun. Soldier is a common noun. Army, group of soldiers, is a collective noun. So collective noun is nothing but it is a name given to a group of persons, things or animals of the same kind. Here I am going to quickly read through some examples of collective nouns. A quiver of arrows, a bouquet of flowers, a bunch of crooks, a troop of artists, a bevy of ladies, a swarm of bees, a pride of lions, a library of books, a bunch of keys, a bundle of sticks, a bed of flowers, a bench of judges, a cache of weapons, a colony of seals, a fleet of ships, a flock of sheep, a gang of dacoits, a litter of pups, a mob of people, a panel of experts. There are a number of collective nouns, and I would advise you to do some research and improve your vocabulary, add them to your vocabulary. Let us now look at what a material noun is. A material noun is name of a common thing, which is a material or a substance which we either use or make something out of it. Say for example, chair is a common noun, but it is also a material, we use it, right? Wood is a common noun, but it can also be a material noun. Likewise, milk is a common noun, but it is also a material noun. Sugar is a common noun, but it is also a material noun. Pen and paper, they are also common nouns, but they are also material nouns. So, now you might have this confusion, if there is a common noun, why it's a material noun. Now, common noun, for example, a bird, man, animal, city, river, they are all common nouns, but they are not material nouns. You understand? They are not things. So, that is the fundamental difference. There is another thing that you need to understand regarding material nouns. There are two types within material noun. The first one is the countable noun, the second one is a non-countable noun or uncountable noun, whichever way. So, the countable noun, it is a material noun where you have plural forms. There is singular and plural. So, for example, pen, pens, book, books, tin, tins, doll, dolls, mango, mangoes, dosa, dosas, pizza, pizzas, motorbike, motorbikes, car, cars. Now, if you look at the other type, non-countable or the uncountable, milk, you can't count milk. So, there is no plural form there. Oil, rice, wheat, sugar, sand, cement, water, ghee, all these are uncountable nouns or non-countable nouns. So, material noun is of two types, countable and uncountable. Countable means there is a singular form and a plural form, while uncountable or non-countable noun, there is no singular or plural form. Let us now look at what an abstract noun is. An abstract noun is a word that denotes the name of a feeling, quality, action, state, subject. So, basically, again, there are grammarians who say abstract noun, concrete noun. So, concrete is something that you can see, you can feel, that you can touch. But in these, you can't touch, you can only experience. For example, look at this feeling of love, hate, anger, jealous. You can't see them there's no particular shape or size to this. You can only experience them. Likewise, the qualities, neatness, cleanliness, truth, beauty. You can only experience them. You can only feel them. Action, walk, flight, laughter, struggle. Though you can see them, you cannot describe this is how it looks like. Again, state, rich, that's the state of being. Richness, poverty, youth, childhood. These are phases. Subjects, English, drama, dance, physics. Now, all these are called abstract noun. So, let us understand abstract noun once again. It is a word or a name of a feeling, quality, action, state, subject. An abstract noun is the opposite of concrete noun. A concrete noun is something that you can physically feel, touch, use it, describe it. But this is something that you can't feel. This only has to be experienced by your mind or brains. Let's test our learning here. There are 15 sentences here. Identify the collective nouns, the material nouns and the abstract nouns in the sentences. There are other nouns also, but ignore them. Just look at collective nouns, material nouns, abstract nouns and identify them. So, I will read the 15 sentences. The flock of cranes were flying high. A heap of clothes were dumped on the bed. Anger is man's greatest enemy. Cleanliness is next to godliness. He eats some rice and curds. There was no sugar in the tea. A pack of wolves were hunting a herd of buffaloes. The army of soldiers were traveling on the train. A bundle of sticks was tied tightly by a rope. The toys were thrown around by the kids. Hunger drives people to thievery. English is a language. Many passengers were waiting for the bus. The crew arrived late, so the flight was delayed. I went to buy a loaf of bread. Now, read these sentences 15 sentences carefully and identify the collective nouns there, material nouns and the abstract nouns that are there in the sentence. Please try it. The answers are present here: flock, collective; heap, collective; bed, material; anger and envy, abstract; cleanliness and godliness, abstract; rice and curds, material; sugar and tea, material; pack and herd, collective; army is collective; train, material; bundle, collective; rope, material; toys, material; hunger and thievery, abstract; English and language, abstract; bus, material; crew, collective; flight, material; loaf, collective. So you can also do your own research and check. I hope things are clear now. There are some more sentences for you here. Eat an egg every day and drink milk every day. I found a purse, but it had no money in it. The laptop I had was an old one. A pride of lions was being irritated by a swarm of bees. We presented a bouquet and a shawl to the guest. An anteater feasted on a colony of ants. The audience was weeping while watching a movie. The band drove the crowd wild with their songs. She always carries a bag with her when she goes out. Honesty is a virtue. Knowledge is power. His bicycle was stolen yesterday. A pen, pencil, eraser, paper and calculator were allowed inside the room. French, German, Spanish, Polish, Portuguese and Italian are languages of European countries. The class was listening attentively to the teacher's lecture. Now here again, I request you to identify the collective nouns, the material nouns and the abstract nouns in the sentences. Good luck. The answers for you: egg and milk, material; purse and money, material; laptop, material; pride and swarm, collective; bouquet, collective noun; shawl, material; colony, collective; audience, collective; band and crowd, collective; song, material; bag, material; honesty and virtue, abstract; knowledge and power, abstract; bicycle, material; pen, pencil, eraser, paper and calculator, material; French, German, Spanish, Polish, Portuguese and Italian, abstract; while class is collective, lecture is abstract. I hope the things are clear. So I hope that you have understood the different types of nouns, especially the collective nouns, the material nouns and the abstract nouns. I hope these lessons were useful to you. So what is the importance of nouns? That now that you have completed the learning of nouns, nouns help us improve our vocabulary. They add to our vocabulary. They give us the vocabulary. Noun gives names and helps in creating an identity for people, places and things. Nouns help us in forming subjects and objects. Nouns help us in forming sentences. Noun helps us in forming the link between the prepositions. Nouns help us form possessives. For example, we can probably say India's economy. So India is a proper noun, and so it helps us to form possessives. They guide us in the usage of pronouns, he, she, it. So they tell us. They help us with the number, singular, plural. They help us with the gender, nouns. So for example, earlier there was something like this: actor, actress. Today of course we do say actor for male, actor in male role and actor in female role, but earlier it was different. And nouns help us by giving completeness to a sentence. I hope this unit, these lessons were clear. Happy learning and take care. Thank you so much for watching my videos so faithfully till the very end. I hope my lessons are informative and useful to you. If you have enjoyed watching my lessons, if you found my lessons to be useful, I request you to please watch them whenever I post them. I also request you to post your comments, because your comments, your feedback will help me to improve the quality of my lessons. I would also request you to please subscribe and share these lessons with your friends and relatives and anybody who is in need. I'll be very, very grateful to you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Take care of yourself and your family during this COVID-19 emergency period. Be safe, maintain social distance. Whenever you step out, in case you step out, use a facial mask, and when you come back, always wash your hands with sanitizers. If required, bathe and get into your house so that you and your loved ones are all safe. Thank you so much once again for watching my videos. I'm signing off for now. Thank you again. English Bricks here. Bye bye. See you. Take care. God bless.